We doing it live? We doing it live?
Doing it live.
Yeah, we're doing it live, man. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen. Let me mute myself in the back. Let me find myself. We doing it live? We doing it live? Yeah,
Doing it.
found myself. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for the wait. What my fault? I had to take care of Graham Dukes right here, but I was ready to rock the clock, ready to go at 3. Then I wanted a thumbnail, which you see back in the background. Shout out to Sean. I can't wait to work with him. What's this? Sean LeBarbie?
Sean LeBray.
There you go. Fancy Sean
Yeah,
LeBray.
he did the BGST one as well.
He did the one with me and what's that asshat name? Mooch. He did the one with me and Mooch, and I did the one with me and Crap. So if you want some fancy artwork and stuff like that, I'm gonna drop his information down below. But as you guys come in your ear, oh my God, we're gonna have an entertaining show today. We can put my brother Crap in the hot seat. You know what I mean? And is how you say? Does he still bleed green? Has he really? Has he crossed over to the dark side? You know what I mean? And like I said, as you guys come in, very important for you guys to hit the like button. Also, too, if you don't know, so you do know, I have a new Twitter. Hopefully for the last one, you know what I mean? No, that shit go. But we're gonna have some fun today. We log out and do it again. You know what I mean? But Crap. As the room was filling up, what's going on with you, good brother? I know I spoke to you yesterday. Just talking to you in here and there. We had a first. I don't know if it was the first time I was on fucking Crossfire. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe we had a great show yesterday. It was fun.
Yeah, it was funny as hell, man. It was a good time. I actually had cut back on doing a lot of the shows. Like I had left Crossfire, and I don't do Xbox Nation right now. Maybe next year I'll start back up. But just kind of. Yeah, just I've been taking a little bit of break and stuff like that. It was it was difficult, man. I've been doing this shit for so long. You know what I mean? Like daily content every day, 3 or 4 podcasts every week. Just kind of was getting a little bit old, and I just felt like it was a little bit weird for me because like me and you both did this, and maybe you experienced this, but we were so heavily Xbox focused and like trying to do the right thing by Xbox because I believed in them just like you did at first. And then, we built up an audience, and then it's like the drop of a hat, man. As soon as you mention that maybe they're not going the right way for you or you criticize Phil Spencer, and man, they turn super quick on you, and then you're a flip-flopper and this. And like you said yesterday, Mooch told me that too. He's like, man, you didn't change Crap. Microsoft did. Yeah, when I bought an Xbox One, they had a pretty good launch lineup. That first year on Xbox One was actually pretty damn good. They had Forza Motorsport 5, Dead Rising 3, Rise, Killer Instinct, Titanfall, Sunset Overdrive, Halo Master Chief Collection, Forza Horizon 2. They had a lot of really good games, and I was like, and we didn't have any reason not to believe them, right? They're like, we invested $1 billion in games, and here we are, we're unbundling the Kinect and this, and then we're doing updates, and I believed in it for many, many years. And DX12, dude, remember that? And, it was exactly. And so I was like that guy that was just not willing to, I did buy a PS4, but it was like, I didn't want to spend a lot of time there, like I was really interested in, playing Xbox and stuff like that. And then like slowly we started to get our big games were Halo Wars 2 and Recore and, Crackdown 3 and, and these types of games, you know what I mean? It's just like, you just start to look at it. And then I started playing PS4 more, especially last year, man. God of War came out, and I was like, holy crap, like that was the best game I'd ever played. Right from the beginning, it grabs you. I was like, this is the stuff. And then I played Detroit. I know that's not quote unquote an exclusive now, but at the time, man, dude, that thing was like probably the best story I'd played in a game. I played it back to back. It was phenomenal. And then Spider-Man came out. I wasn't a huge fan of that at first. After some updates and stuff like that, I thought they did a really good job with it. So, I got to say, I went back and I liked it, pretty much probably as much as the Arkham games or whatever. Really good stuff. And then, what did Microsoft have out? It was like Crackdown 3. And then you see kind of the stuff that they're saying. And, every year it's the same promises from Phil. Biggest E3, best Xbox lineup, just over and over again, the abundance of kind of the same stuff. And you can sort of look this up. The first couple of years or whatever, you can believe it, right? And it's like, oh, yeah, I can't wait. And then when you start seeing 5 or 6 of these in a row where they're hyping up these events, and these events just aren't really they aren't really happening the way they claim they are. Like he held stuff back, and then the XO, like I thought XO was okay, like the pacing and stuff like that. And I actually kind of like the rare game reveal, but then every other game on there was just like this cartoony looking game, like these AA games. Like, is this what we're gonna get from now on? Like these studios, Bleeding Edge, that game looks crappy to me. That Grounded game looks terrible. Tell Me Why looks terrible. These games just do not look very good. Flight Simulator, who the hell wants to play that? And even though I'm a fan of Fable, and I'm looking forward to that, it's like that game's not going to be a realistic looking game either. They're just going to be cartoony. Mm-hmm. So who does that leave out of the new studios to make something that's a little bit more realistic? Maybe Obsidian, but Obsidian just finished the game, and they're working on Grounded and Pillars of Eternity 2 DLC.
What is Grounded? Is that Honey I Shrunk the Kids?
What's that? Yeah, that Honey I Shrunk the Kids game, yeah.
Then I seen a black man frying a roach. I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just one of those interesting things where you just kind of get sick of it, and I was just sitting there thinking, especially like this past E3 was one of the ones that really pushed me over the top. You have Phil Spencer announcing another new Xbox. Now, Zaire, he announced 2 years before that we got the S and the X, and now he's announcing Scarlett, and we've had 0 new AAA IP announced in that time. So 3 consoles, no AAA IP announced in that time. And he's like, well, we don't want to announce things too early, but do we believe that? Because if you look at this Rare game, that's only in pre-production, which means it's 3-4 years away. So he doesn't have a problem talking up that game or letting that game get announced at XO, but literally won't talk about anything else. Plus, they're like, oh, generations are over. We're going to show you Halo, but then we're to believe that they won't show anything else. Like, I don't know. Like some of the stuff they do, I find to be okay or consumer friendly. But then at the end of the day, it's like, how consumer friendly are they when there's no such thing as free to play on Xbox? People paying Fortnite $60 a year to play Xbox Live, and that's the only console. Even Nintendo allows you to play that for free. So, you just sort of put 2 and 2 together, and you just kind of see the direction that they're going, and it's just not. I'm not a fan of that. Like that.
Okay. Here's a question, right? Now, first of all, shout out to each and every last one of you guys in the chat. I see Mooch there. If you want to hop in, you could too. But shout out to each and every last one of you guys there in the chat. If you be so kind again, is to hit the like button. Wait, I gotta turn this damn Nightbot out. The Nightbot, I thought I had it right. It's deleting shit. Wait, hold on, bro. I got the Nightbot wrong. Hold on. I'm sorry, ladies. I wanted it to tweet out my shit. Like, hold on 1 second. Let me do this. Let me disable. How the fuck do you disable the goddamn Nightbot, bro?
But I just kind of also want to point out that I like a wide variety of game. I see a lot of people in the chat. What's up, y'all? Hit the like button, share it out, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like I like a wide variety of game. You know me, I'm a VR guy, so I have a lot of VR stuff on PlayStation. I like it. That was another thing. Phil promised VR for the X, and we never got it. I felt like they have these worlds that would be fun with VR, and just like they just won't do it. Like even after they promised it. I also like some of the, like a lot of people will go, oh well, you like Concrete Genie or Medieval Remake, right? Which I did. Okay. And the reason why you can like those games is because they mix them up. They're bookended between stuff like Death Stranding and Days Gone and Judgment, which was actually a surprise kind of decent game, in my opinion. Yeah. And so they always have so much variety and so many different types of games and stuff like that. And then on Microsoft's side, it's like all they have are these little AA and single A games, and they rely so much on. I think they said they spent $1.5 billion on indies this gen. Like that's an incredible. As far as I can tell, man, remember they said that the studio that was remaking Phantom Dust, a total remake, said they wanted $5 million, and Microsoft said no, and you just kind of scratch your head to that, and you think, man, what the hell is up with that? I mean, look, we damage controlled the hell out of Microsoft, but I was always one to admit that I was a fanboy. You know, like I have no problems with that. I think the real problem nowadays is that this new age fanboy that doesn't admit they're a fanboy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I feel like that's the real problem, and it's kind of misleading to a lot of people, unfortunately. And again, I'm not saying that Xbox is in dire straits. They're going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
They make too much money not to be fine. But are they going to be fine for us, the type that likes, this hardcore type gaming experience? And if you go look at, like, maybe you like Gears 5, and I've spent thousands of hours in all the Gears of War games online, and this is one I've spent next to no time on. I can't stand it, everybody knows it's an Asher-based game, the shotgun. They took away the active reload bonus that you get. It just, for me, it's little stuff like that. And I know microtransactions are optional, but why is it that Microsoft are the only ones that do that out of the first parties that have consoles?
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Firstly, shout out to you, Crap. Like I said, it's like BGST all over again. Here's the question, right? Shout out to my brother Tim Dog. Now, how you say it? I kind of seen, or I say, well, I was more vocal about their direction started in 2016. I know you got slandered by the bus because someone else gets to play the game, this, that, and the other, right? Yeah. But I always go back to the story, and I said that I remember me talking to Southbound, and South was, and I was telling South, we're not really in a healthy position when we just back to Gears, Forza, and Halo, right? Yeah. I know we had other games, but those games aren't guaranteed a sequel, right? And just looking back at what they gave us, Crap, and I said this yesterday on Crossfire, and again, shout out, and I'm not being messy. I'm gonna have a interview with the whole RDX podcast, but I got something else big coming up. Don't I, Crap? It's gonna be awesome. You guys are gonna love this here.
It's good stuff, man. It's like this is a perfect time. Like, unfortunately, actually, due to the fact that Sony decided not to go to and do any events this year, it kind of left a hole in the content for content providers. You know what I mean?
But I got what I'm saying. I'm not just.
That's what I'm saying. You managed to get some good stuff going. You know.
Yeah, I got some shit, right? But anyway, let me pay these bills. Right? Shout out to my brother AP the shooter. Z, what's good? He Crap is Anthony Sakomi. Hope y'all get it. Xbox is trash, and y'all bots ain't got shit better than The Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Next Gen FN. You know what FN stands for, Crap, but I say it for you fuck niggas. Floyd Mayweather, Z, what up? Need to do more of these. Listen, brother, I promise you, right? Finally, they say, hey, give me my flowers where I can smell them. I have something huge in the pipelines that you guys are going to love. I promise you. My man Brown Devil 2. Sea of Z, still your game winning generation, Crap. Crap ain't doubling down on that shit, right?
Well, listen, anybody that wants to try to call me out on something years ago before I was heavily invested in PlayStation or even the Nintendo stuff that I've come to like a little bit, it's really difficult to do because you play something back then and you have nothing to compare it to. And then once you have stuff to compare it to, I think it's easy to go that. But like for me, Sea of Thieves was a fun thing to do, to kick back with friends and have a drink, and you just, there's no point to the game really. You just kind of goofing around and puking on each other in the game and stuff. It's like that's what it was for me. Not like anybody can try to bring that up and I'll own it. Hey, whatever. But at the same time, man, like in between that, I said God of War and gave it a 10 out of 10 and said it was the best game I played anytime, you know what I mean? And I mean that. It just, there's something about that game, and I think that game will withstand the test of time, like a Mario Brothers 3, like an Ocarina of Time. I think those games are kind of transcendent that way, whereas a Sea of Thieves won't, you know what I mean? It's like, it was interesting what they did, but it's like that's what Microsoft does now. Everything, you start to notice that too, unless you like games as a service, then Xbox might not be the right way for you to go if you're a gamer. And what I mean by that is just look at how Forza Horizon 4 changed from 3. It wasn't really for the better, in my opinion. They added the avatars and the wheel spins and the stupid dances, and they really casualized it, and you did dailies and weekly events. It was like really games as a servicey. And then same thing with Gears of War. They really casualized it and they really, added all the microtransactions and they made it almost like a free-to-play phone game kind of, right? And the funny thing was that Gears Pop phone game, they announced at over 1 million players, and Gears 5 only got 3 million. So take it for what it's worth, and they gave that damn game away for $1.
Yeah. Let me get a few of these bills. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're getting lots of stuff, man.
Hold on. Shout out to my brother Chad, man, 23. I'm sorry, brother. I missed you. I was back there fucking with the devil's dandruff. Hold on. He said, crap. What up, man? I need NAC 3 review, bro. And also shout out to the my man Silverback Paul's Gorilla, who donated $2, and my man Anthony's boy, they also joined the channel. But I want to ask you this. Well, the type actually I pulled the crap, right? I actually used the same title. Oh my God, I got a lot of goddamn bills here. Hold on. Let me get ahead of myself. McNeil J. Chris, shout out to my brother who also believes the world is flat, the earth is flat. Let me take away my gold bucket, robbed the whole show, right? He said, crap, Kratos has forgiven you, my brother, LOL. Welcome to the PlayStation Nation. Shout out to my brother here, Floyd Mayweather with the $5. Crap, if there's anyone to lead the charge in the anti-streaming, it's you. This would be a problem if it takes off and replaces consoles. What should we do? We're going to talk about that. Also, again, my brother Stuart Stokes. Stuart, you know you're my favorite white boy. I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on, brother? I remember arguing with Crap on BGST, and he would never take he was doing a lot of bets out there, and take my bets about hardware, MPDs, Metacritic, software sales. Otherwise, have a good show, guys.
Can you blame me? Who the hell would bet in reality?
We got one more. Sean, he said, "What's good, Z? The river must be flowing good. Fuck, nigga. Shout out to you." And I think I got everybody. Hey, listen, hold up. Brown Devil, CMZ. I got everybody. Now, listen. Here's the thing, Crap. And I'm gonna. This is your show. I'm gonna interview you. I have a question, right?
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to say, right? Let me know if that damn Nightbot is still timing people out. I'm trying to get it together, and it's fucking up, right? But anyway, this is my question, right? You see the name of the show, Next Gen 101 with Crack. I'm trying to get his thoughts on Scarlett, PS5, and the future of gaming, right? Right now, the hot topic, right? Hot pocket. Can I borrow $1, right? Look at my camera, right? Is this what you want from me, right? Everyone's talking about Stadia. We talked about Stadia yesterday on Crossfire, right? And I know, Crap, you're in the south some damn where alt-right state. But my question, what do you have? What's your bandwidth?
My bandwidth, I have 30 megabytes down and about 2.5 up.
What happened?
2.5 to 3 up.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I mean, check it out, man. Over the last 12 years, that's actually doubled from what I used to have. I used to have 15. That was the highest you could get.
2.5 up?
Yeah, and it used to be like 0.75 up to a 1 up, and now it's like slightly double that. So over the past 12 years, it's sort of doubled. I actually am in the xCloud beta and tried it out. And the results were probably about as you would expect. They say you only need 10 megabits down to play that. Unfortunately, when I tried playing it, the results were very, very bad. You try to play Gears of War or whatever, and it's just the reaction time is just not there. It's really, that knack footage that I have where my guy's running around in circles. It kind of controls like that, it's not there. It's almost like a flip book at times, and it gets real pixelated, and then it comes in sharper. It's not something that I think the majority of people can do. Just like, especially like they're like everywhere you go. So far, the only people that I see that use this stuff are people in their homes, and they post a picture and they're right next to their router or something. Okay. You know what I mean? And they're like, "Look, this is great. It's amazing." And I'm just like, well, I think it's great that everybody wants to go to bat for this kind of stuff for Xbox, and some people even do it for Stadia. I don't know why. But but I just think at the end of the day that people are like, this kind of streaming stuff has been around a while, and I don't think people are gonna really flock to it the way that
I know Mooch is an early adapter, right? No,
Mooch is definitely a pro Stadia guy, which is fine, man. But it's like Mooch has like a hell of a PC, right?
Yes,
Threadrippers and all that stuff. Yeah, he's got an X, he's got a Pro, he's got like multiple X's and multiple Pros, and yet he's playing Destiny 2 on fucking Stadia. It makes no sense to me, right? Like it's just because it's new. In 2 weeks, these people won't be playing anything.
Listen. This is my disclaimer, and I said it yesterday, right? And for those of you guys. And shout out to my brother Floyd Mayweather. And it's crazy. I always have to say this, right? Like, no, no. Listen here, right? I signed up for the beta crap, and I know that where you live, this probably is not a viable option, right? Because of
I mean, you can see the servers if you look. You can see like the servers and where these farms are at. You're talking hundreds and hundreds of miles, and the thing is, right? If you just look at the internet around the world, most of the internets aren't capable of really taking advantage or doing this, because what happens is the game systems are at these server farms, and you input on your controller, and then it travels through the internet. So it's like hundreds of miles, and then then that command goes to those consoles, and then it comes back and moves it on your screen. That takes time. And I don't care how fast they get it, how good they get it. The reason why people are like, they were letting you try Assassin's Creed, because there's probably not as much noticeable input lag on there.
Okay, but this is what I want to say. And again, I when you think, initially when I thought about streaming, I thought of Gaikai, I thought of OnLive, I thought of PlayStation Now, right?
That's what everybody thinks.
Yeah, that's what that was my initial thought, right? But then again, I have a Ryzen Files. I have 300 up, 300 down, right? The optimal experience, they said they want 25 up, 25 down. I far exceed that, right? And I liken to this to the time crap when Sony would win an NPD, we would get behind the scenes and figure a way to spin that shit up, you know what I mean? And damage control. Crap, I'm gonna say this again. Hey, Floyd Mayweather, you my motherfucking brother, right? Crap, it scared the hell out of me.
I understand that, right?
Let me say this again. The reason why it scared the hell out of me, bro, because I wasn't expecting that. This is before me knowing, GDC 2013, what they had actually powering the thing. I didn't know it was 10 teraflops. All I knew was, from just judging games by what I see, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, whatever the fuck, it's running 1080p. I didn't know at the time. 1080p, high setting, 60 frames a second. It looked better than my $400 Pro and my $500. Kratos will tell you again, right? Bro, because again, being a traditional gamer, right? It's nothing like old school, bro. Christmas, you get your new console, you open it up, and you're excited. You know what I mean? I haven't gotten in line and waited for a console in a long time. I used to get it from Amazon. But there's nothing like, again, opening up a brand new fucking console, right? And then I'm going to take you back. Remember, Cash Karai was being interviewed at the Game Informer or Gamer Spot and say, hey, Cash, how does the new PlayStation 5 look? Well, if it's going to be a PS5, it's going to maybe be a cloud console. Sony was having Sony money issues, so he took that and spent that, made fun of them. Oh, they ain't got no money to make the PlayStation 5, bro. It scared the hell out of me. Yeah. Now, there's, like I said, Kratos said he doesn't have an issue. Some people are having problems. Now, here's it. I beta tested Project Stream in a more of a controlled environment, right? And what people are saying xCloud, because it's not running as high as a resolution as what do you call it? Shit.
Well, what's it matter? Because honestly, xCloud is supposed to like on your phone and stuff like that.
Well, whatever you can do with it, but I'm just saying. But here's the thing: what I'm saying again, to answer the guy Floyd Mayweather, and I got to get a couple of these bills, is that if here again they can get that to what I beta tested at home, he said, Houston, we have a problem because again, right? A lot of motherfuckers be capping in the chat. Not everybody has the Pro. Not everybody has the X. Most motherfuckers' consoles are the Slim and the So you mean to tell me I can play a next generation game, whatever for the 10 flops, and I ain't got to drop down $500 or whatever? A lot of people are going to do it if, like I said again, they can get it to work like they did with what I had here. And
I still think that the amount of people that can use it is incredibly small.
Oh, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not getting the logistics.
And I also want to point out this. Okay, like for me, I can't stream Netflix or whatever in 4K because Netflix? I don't have. Yeah, like I can't. And not only that, even 1080p. If somebody's using Netflix at the same time as me, I'll get pixelation. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is going on with you, bro?
Dude, it's not just me. I'm telling you, like the average internet.
You need to get the fuck out of the swamp.
Well, I mean, but listen, it's like, and they've upgraded and stuff. Like it's not just me. There's other people around the world that have. Even
we got the worst here in America.
If you read some of the reviews of Stadia, these people have what you have, but it was bogged down, or when somebody else tried to use it, it got pixelated. Like, who wants to really game like that? I understand that, hey, you don't got to use anything, but these people still paid $130 for this, for a controller for this, and it didn't come with any of the features. Stadia is going to be done within 2.5 years. They're going to close up shop. They don't care about gaming. They are worse. They are worse than Microsoft.
Right, well,
yeah, 100%. They are worse. They are worse than Microsoft at this stuff, right? They are absolutely. I wouldn't trust them. They have no business in gaming. A lot of people look at Microsoft as outsiders in the gaming industry. Like to me, they still do, even after multiple generations. The fact that Stadia has no exclusives, they launched with literally they promised all this stuff at launch, and they launched with none of it. Okay, people didn't get their codes. Their Chromecasts are overheating.
It's not out yet. To be fair, it doesn't launch until.
Well, I mean, they didn't. They were the one that was their bad. They should have said, "Hey, this is a beta." Instead,
it's for the, what do you call them?
And I can tell you this, even going further. Okay, like PS Now has been out for a very long time. This entire generation. What is that? That NVIDIA Shield that's been out. That's in beta for 4 years, and nobody talks about it. Right? Like supposedly that works great, but nobody uses it. Nobody talks about it.
Council guys. I mean, I don't know, but let's talk to my brother Mighty Moss.
Because what you have is when you have people that are PC gamers or hardcore console gamers, they don't want to compromise that $400 or whatever. And just think about this too: if streaming were to happen to take off, we're living in a day and age of of the net neutrality issues. You could have, if this stuff starts like sucking up the bandwidth, all of these companies are 100% free to go. Oh, we see you're using all this bandwidth. We're going to charge you, if you want to keep using all that bandwidth, or we'll throttle you back to much less, then you're going to have to pay $100 extra a month for your streaming package. Well, then you're paying $1,200 more a year, right? Okay, at that point, the cost isn't really saving you anything from buying a console. Like, that's what I'm saying. Native hardware is always going to be the best bet.
I'm not getting. Hold on, Crap. Let me get a few of these bills. This shit, I'm blind.
Oh yeah, there's lots of bills. What's up, everybody?
Hey, hold on one second, and I got to disable this goddamn bot that's doing it wrong for me. Hold on. What up, Crap? We got that one already. Hold on. I'm coming. My blind black ass. AP the shooter, got you. Hold on. Let me actually go to the goddamn app here. Streamlabs app. What we got here? Refresh the page. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm blind. Hold on. Shout out to my brother Sony Prophet too. We got here. Hold on, let me see. Buck that donated $2. He said, Crap. Ask Crap if Phil touched it in Miami. What the hell?
I don't know what that means.
Shout out to Sean. Sean said, everybody please hit the like button. Chadman23 with the $2. Crap. Yo, you get your Spectrum, bro. Do you play multiplayer? Rice Eater 79. Shout out to you for the $2. Ask Z about his opinion about this Sony day and date. We're gonna get into that. Also, then I got some slides up here behind me. Hold on. Crackdown 3 should have been a beta preach, Carrot. And to sit down with Pops, he said this content is super interesting. Great job, Blizz. Well, that's my man Pop from the hood. He called me Blizz. That's a childhood name. This motherfuckers know me personally. They call me Blizz. That's you guys know that's my nickname. Blizzard TC Fraud. Why? Because I was born in a blizzard. And Sony Prophet, Jag CPUs compared to new tech PS5 and Scarlett will smoke Stadia. And I hope I got everybody. Here's the thing, right? And someone asked me a question about asked me here about okay, no, I got it. So what's this question? Someone was asking me about something. How many? Okay, I'm sorry. Floyd Mayweather. He says, "Crap. How many more E3s till Microsoft shows something good, and I can take it from there from something else."
At least 3 more. I think E3 2024 is going to be a big one. You know what I mean? That's probably when we're gonna see some interesting stuff. Again, I'm not buying into it. The thing that really kind of bothers me is I always like I'll on the download check out some of these podcasts and videos from people, and after Microsoft they'll have just the worst E3 ever, and then they'll be like, well, the next they'll word it and so that it doesn't sound like they're saying wait till next E3, but basically they're saying wait till next E3, and then it's wait till XO or wait till Gamescom or wait till this or wait till it's like god damn, like literally we've waited. Our last AAA new AAA IP announcement was way back in 2015. The last AAA new IP we got was 2016. We're almost in 2020. That's 4 and 5 years respectively, and we have not had a single any hint of any new AAA IP announced. I believe Ninja Theory is making 2 AA games as per Matt Booty. When are we going to get a new AAA exclusive? The Initiative, they're probably 2024. Maybe 2023 if they push it. But I don't have, like, when are we going to get that big AAA game? Like,
okay, how about this? How about this, right? And the guy asked me, let me know if that Nightbot is still there harassing people. I think I deleted his ass because I ain't got it right. Let me know if I didn't. Let me know if he's still out there checking motherfuckers at the door. This is what I'm saying, right? And I know Crap is like the Archie Bunker of gaming, is like pulling teeth, right? You have, and we got to be honest here, right? Again, you have these billion and $trillion companies getting into this here, right? And it's all pretty, if it works, right? And even with Stadia's been on the market for 2-3 days. Well, not even to the public, right? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna call a spade here, right?
And again, like I'll point this out. Everybody already has a negative perception of game streaming through Gaikai, PlayStation Now, on live, right? So the fact that it launched so half-assed and all the negative press around it, people aren't gonna really want to be willing to try this stuff. I think in a very short time, nobody's gonna be talking about Stadia. The developers are saying it's harder to develop for than even something like xCloud, which is already ready. You know what I mean? Like, so what's going to happen down the road? Like, are you going to have to wait like you do for Switch games, because Switch games have to be ported because it's different? It's different architecture.
I'm gonna put a different spin on it, right? Here's the thing, right? For Stadia, real talk, outside of it working, now I'm gonna say this again, right? If what I tried at home, and I understand that it's in a more, and I keep going back to this because it's honestly.
Well, why don't you buy it, man? You're rich.
Oh no, bro. Listen. I was fucked up financially, mentally, spiritually. I was broke as hell, right? But I'm gonna get it though. I don't like to just talk about shit that I ain't got. So I can, and give it an honest opinion and see what the problem is. But this is what I'm saying, right? If they can get it to work like I had it, right? The optimal 25 up, 25 down. The minimum, I think, was 10 up, 10 down, whatever the fuck the case may be, right? But if it to be taken seriously, hear me out, right? By even your old grumpy old school ass, right? If they start to, how you say, quote unquote, be the behemoth they are, and go out there, motherfucking pull up Microsoft and say, you know what, Titanfall is a lifetime exclusive. You know what I mean? To get
they won't.
But they got the money to do it.
They got the money, but they don't have the passion for gaming.
I don't know. Listen. I don't know about that. It was going in the bill room. We're talking about, again, this is $1 billion investors.
I get it, but there's a whole website listed to all these devices.
We'll put it together for you. Crap, hit me out, right? So as far as that, right now, besides them, you have Verizon. I remember I did a show, right? I know somebody. We all know somebody that works at Verizon. He was kind of shocked that it came out. And not just only works for Verizon, he's high up there, right? And when they showed, Verizon was back behind the scenes testing theirs. And of course, they showed the God of War and they showed, Detroit Become Human. And they was like, oh, that's fake. No way. This before we found out Detroit Become Human was coming to PC, right? Then they came out again for a rumor that Amazon were throwing their hat in. When it comes to streaming.
I'm actually happy about that, because what's going to happen is you're going to have all these different streaming options, and you're not going to have the gamers to support that many.
But check it out. It doesn't stop there, right? Because even what you think about Amazon, they're another motherfucker. They got gaming in the headlock. They bought Curse. I'm signed to Curse. Of course, they own Twitch, and they've also bought up several developers, right? Now, again, like, and we're talking about this service, buying the game from them digitally and let you have access to your games anywhere else. Now, as far as Stadia, their pricing, it's whatever you buy from them, you can play. But if you want to get the quote unquote the 4K 60, it's $10 a month for that, right? I don't. Yeah. This is not going to be the issue. Here's the thing again about them getting the multiplats. That's nothing. Motherfucker 10T flops, and they ain't got to shoehorn nothing in. They're gonna get the multiplats. They already have all of Ubisoft.
Maybe games. I mean some of them are already saying they're
trust me. I don't know who the motherfucker that made Grid 15. Like I mean, bro, the mat, all that shit is coming, bro. We talking about. We're not talking about a small company.
I mean, and also you got to look at the prices too. They're charging a full $60 for.
We play a full. Shadow, bro, listen, we play a full.
Shadow the Tomb Raider. Come on.
Well, no, okay, listen. Now maybe some of the prices right now, but we play a full 60. That, bro, listen, it's real talk. I'm gonna be real here, right? One thing, I got no business, crap. I say never bet against black. That is not even the issue, right? Because again, check it out. We talking about that it outperforms the X and the Pro, $4 or $5 goddamn hardware, right? It's all about if it works.
I understand that, but again, you're gonna have to get people to try it. I think that's gonna be a tough sell for the hardcore.
You don't even listen. You come fucking, what do you call it? Come January. You don't even need a Chromecast. You can just fucking buy and plug it.
Hey, dude, all I can say is like just from myself, I'm never gonna use it. I'm never gonna try it.
But you don't have the shit. I'm just saying again, for a motherfucker like me. Crap, and listen, I know I said
you like. Well, I think you should get it now and try it out, man.
I gotta wait next month. I get my food stamps, right? I'm gonna get it.
Get your buddy pass from Kratos.
Yeah, my financial, my spiritual advisor, right? But listen to me, right? And this is real. I'm not just. And I hate to say, you got to choose my words wisely and carefully. I'm not saying that I want consoles to go away. What I'm telling you, crap, I can guarantee you this, good brother, right? Right? If you would have tried what I tried, and this is real shit, right? You take a motherfucker like Kratos, Kratos, talk all that shit about streaming, right? He tried it. So when they finally showed the shit, him, Moss, Neff didn't have a problem D-Back didn't have a problem going out there and dropping that $130 because they all played their shit and they blew their fucking minds. I'm telling you some real shit. We're talking about 1080p, ultra settings, 60 goddamn frames. My $500 goddamn console's not doing that. You know what I mean? So it was oh shit.
That's cool, but I've seen the screenshots. Like Red Dead 2 looks best on the X over Stadia. They lied about the resolutions and stuff on Stadia. It's like literally choose up your bandwidth to the amount of an insane amount. Like I said, like it would be really bad for gamers in general for this stuff to take off. That's why I'm not worried about it taking off, because again, this stuff game streaming has been around for over a decade.
Like that crap. Let me pay these bills real quick. Shout out to my brother Reggie for the 100 piece for the $100. Hold up. He said here and then he said Reggie said for the 100. He said game streaming isn't a true thing until 2100. Before all internet intersection hubs and highways are gone, when the internet is hyper highway altogether, Sony understands that we're gaming streaming, okay? Shout out to my brother Top Dog. Don't worry, all these streaming servers will fail eventually. Z doesn't know what the hell. Listen here, I'm gonna tell you something, right? You the same motherfuckers that I know when I told you that the Pro and all that shit was coming. It's basic business 101. You don't have I'm telling you some real shit, bro. You don't have these billion and $1 trillion companies sitting by the wayside waiting to throw that, bro. Walmart, Amazon, Microsoft, Google.
Are you familiar with the game crash of '83?
Because of fucking Atari and fucking.
It wasn't just because of Atari. What happened was
it was who else? It was Atari.
It wasn't just Atari, but you also had some other rip-off consoles and a lot of fake games. You had, you know what I mean? You'd go into the store and you'd see like buy 10 games for $25.
Atari. That was Atari.
It wasn't just that, but it was the low quality and stuff like that. Listen,
because of Atari.
But if you look at it, even movie streaming and streaming like that, right? There's obviously the biggest. There's the top, and then the ones below, and then we see like PlayStation View when they closed up shop. It's not sustainable for all these different companies to throw their hat in the ring. Why has there always been 3 consoles that survive?
Okay, all right. You ready for this?
Because there's not a user base there's not enough user base to divide between more than that. I feel like with this game streaming stuff, it's already so niche. Like I said, Google, they're going to be out of this ring. It's nothing to them. They don't care. Right? They have absolutely no they have no exclusive. They have no reason to use what they're doing. They can't even put they promised what was it 50 some games at launch, and they put out 22.
I request to treat him as a hostile witness. You ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Right? Because we talking about basics. One thing about me, I understand basic business 101 crap, and it makes money, right, or whatever the case. And everything listen, everything again. I'm gonna say this again. Everything is predicated, like I said, on if it fucking. I'm trying to help you guys. I don't know. I'm trying to get rid of this goddamn bot, and I can't. This fucking shit up there. Predicated on if it works, right? Crap. And again, how should I say this right? I'm not saying ifs. What if it works, right? Check it out. Real shit. What if it works, right? They get it together. It's not even out. Been on the farm market for 3 days. 3-4 days, right?
But already that bad taste in the mouth for a lot of people.
Okay, for some, whatever the case, but they're praising XCloud, right? And again, it's not.
I don't praise XCloud. I think that works like shit too.
But, you know what I mean? But they're saying that it's worked, right? What about this, right? And then we can also talk about PS Now with the guy asking, and we can get into the next generation consoles, right? A lot of people talk that shit, how you say, I'll just play Titanfall on my powerful rig. You know how it goes in the chat. I shout out everybody in the chat, right? If it works, I promise you this. A lot of these motherfuckers, excuse my French, that's saying that they're against it and this and again, I'm not saying I want consoles to go anywhere, right? And you can quote unquote have a next generation experience, right? Because again, what I tried, what in my home, dog walk the shit out of my X and my Pro. This is and this is before me knowing what was there. I'm like, holy goddamn shit. Is this what you have to offer me, right? Bro, if I keep going back, I hate to keep repeating myself, crap. If that right there is an indication, because your technology is continue to get better and better and better again, on what's to come.
It'll never get 1-to-1 like a console. That's all.
Bro, I'm telling you, there was no latency, bro. Like I'm not.
Well, not that you could tell, but there was probably.
Bro, I have not a goddamn issue. I'm telling you, brother. I didn't have an issue. There wasn't a glitch. There wasn't shit. Now, I guess it was in a more controlled environment. And I do have awesome goddamn internet, and you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. And I don't know what they're fixing on their end. I can promise you this, my brother. If that is just an indication or an inkling of what's to come in the future, thing has only been out for 3 days, my man.
Yeah, and they haven't announced number. I would say there's less than 50,000 people.
I don't even give a fuck, right?
Maybe 20, maybe 25,000.
Check this out, right? What costs Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo the most money? R&D and fucking developing new hardware. If they can give motherfuckers great graphics and all that shit without investing $2 billion,
why are so many people hesitant though? I mean, like we're all caught up in these ecosystems. We're all invested.
You know why? Because people have, for those who didn't try it, do have it, like such as yourself, have a negative connotation when it comes to streaming.
I have I'm never going to do it. First of all, they can take your games literally at any time. You don't own anything. You can't mod anything. How does this DLC work? How does any of that stuff work? Do
you still buy physical games? You gotta be realistic here, right?
I buy physical if it's a collector's edition. Like I bought.
Crap. I know you are one of the last of the Mohicans, right? But also, crap, you gotta remember this here, good brother. You're my brother, but we gotta be honest here. You were one of the ones that would build me against this. That's anti-consumer with Microsoft coming out the mid-gen refreshes. No one talks about that. Shit is forever. He said he'd rather be pissed off than pissed off.
Well, I mean, I did recently hear people complain quite a bit about Diablo 4 being DRM.
Bro,
I think you're pitching it to be the devil's advocate, but you don't have it.
I can afford it. It ain't very little means. Shit, if I can afford it at the time,
get a buddy code, man.
No, you know what? Here's the thing. You want to know the truth, crap? The truth, right?
Yeah.
I always say that gaming is a very selfish hobby, but what I did was I spent $600 on T-shirts for people that subscribe and support my channel.
Yeah.
Now next.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you trust Google to spend hundreds of dollars on games And just from to be up there in the cloud, hell fucking no, you don't.
What do you mean, as far as what? I mean, I don't have.
Do you trust Google with keeping up with their service for any kind of extended amount of time to spend $60 a pop on these games? Hell no, you probably don't. I don't. Would I trust Walmart for $60? Hell no. Would I trust Amazon? Hell no. Amazon already came out with this shitty console that played games like NBA 2K and stuff like that, and nobody bought it. Yeah.
I don't know, but
they've got three development teams. They've got three development teams.
But it's more than just them, right? All right. It's more than just them. You have other, Microsoft.
Yeah, that's going to help it die out quicker.
Bro, it's. I think you. Well, again, we can switch topics, but I think you're still looking at from what happened with Guy Kai and this. This is not that. Now I know there are some.
Hey, what's the definition of insanity, Zaire?
I probably
doing the same thing over and over again.
Hey, listen,
and expecting different results.
How about this one, right? The king of the one line. What's the definition of insanity? A black motherfucker that voted for Trump and is complaining about getting Obamacare. Bing, hong, bing. Check this shit out here, right? But again, I think that you're looking at it from like I did, bro. I was with you, brother. I said, I'm with you, brother. Yeah. And I thought about, when you think about streaming, and it's always that I said, I got to get to pay these bills. I'm sorry, guys. It always gets intense when me and Crap go back and forth about what God Kai on live, and I'm telling you that wasn't that. Son, I wish Kratos was here right now. I got the audio. I'm always recording behind the scenes. I'm like, oh shit, how the fuck we gonna go out and spin that? God damn, like, hey, Crap, bro, listen. I didn't know that it was 10T flops and all that other shit. That didn't come out until fucking March. You know what I mean? All I kept saying, like, God damn, it looks better than the fucking X. And I ain't gonna spend $5 on the console. There are gonna be a lot of. You gotta realize this too, Crap, and which is you're not understanding, right? You're looking at gaming as far as you, me, and I, motherfucker. We're dying. We are the last of the Mohegan. You have so many gamers, such as like my grandson and my daughter. They don't care how they consume their games. They aren't fucking how you say. They don't have an allegiance to a platform. They don't give a fuck where they play their Pokemon or their Fortnite, just as long as they can fucking play it. We have an allegiance. Like I said, we are the last of the goddamn, last of them they're praying to the Lord of Light. We are the last here. You know what I mean? Let me pay some of these bills.
I mean, there's hundreds of millions of us.
But they're more like I said, we're what you call the hardcore. There are a lot of motherfuckers.
Listen, Google would have been smarter to release a console and then, and kind of win some gamers over. The fact that they released they rushed this out with no exclusive games, no nothing. I mean, literally.
So what about this? So what if they come out and have Resident Evil 3 exclusive? Would that turn your head?
No, it wouldn't turn my head. Because I think that if you're a serious third-party publisher developer, you wouldn't want to go with Stadia. You wouldn't want to go with Stadia for the same reason you wouldn't want to go with Wii U. Remember when everybody stopped supporting that? It was like because nobody had it.
Listen,
like who the hell is going to want to? If I'm a developer, do I want to put my game on a service that has 50,000 subscribers, or do I want to go? To the consoles that have 200 million out there?
What happened with fucking Microsoft? What they do with EA and the Titanfall? They opened the check. We'll pay these bills right. Shout out to Chadman23. Crap, I really feel Stadia is going to take off. 100+ million. Shout out to Chad, man.
Well, that's a laugh.
Shout out to my brother Top Dog. Again with the insult. Top, don't worry. All these streaming services with Vince Z doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, got you. Chad, man, again. Stadia will outsell next gen consoles, no doubt. Let me scroll down. I got some more. Shout out to my brother McNeil J. Chris from the Flat Earth. Gaming streaming won't work until Sam from Death Stranding connects all the data servers across the world. LOL. Streaming won't work because these companies are in it for the money instead of the art. Shout out for the $10. Shout out to my brother Ann Cassius Lane. He says, shout out to my brother Z. Just say no to game streaming. Not good for multiplayer game. If the industry goes this way, I'm done. We got some more here. Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to my brother R&B the Third. Wait, on the album. Who trusts these same companies that screwed up YouTube? This screwed up YouTube. And shout out to my man, a black lung, for the $2 he didn't ask a question. But moving right along, right? And shout out to my brother P Rock in the chat. Moving right along. So here's again because they're I'm not going to stay on stadium. That's still a goddamn hot topic, right? Next generation or to come, whatever the case. Someone asked me about.
Yeah, man, it's exciting, man. I'm excited for the next gen stuff.
It's here. Well, it's here, right?
Yeah.
What are your expectations, right? As far as how should I say this? Let me rewind it back, right? E3 18, not mistaken, right? E3 2018, Microsoft started coming out and announcing that they had
they bought B teams, man, for the most part.
Whatever the case may be. And one of the ones, I wasn't really too excited, right? Because I wanted to see, how you say, the games. You know what I mean? Are we playing a commercial? I think an ad popped up.
Yeah, why was there a commercial?
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I can do shit like that. My bad. A brown devil. I'm sure we're not in the commercial tomorrow. Are we still in the commercial or are we out of it? Before I pay his bill. We out of the commercial? All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. My man Brown Devil, he says 5G network won't have data caps and it's going to be 700 megabytes down plus played Google Stream on a 2012 $400 laptop and it blew my mind. It's kind of like me. I played it on Maya's $100 fucking gateway, whatever, from Walmart, and again it fucking it worked, right? But let's say, but as far as next generation, expectations moving forward. Now I know how you say these still bleed green, don't bleed green. And they announced all these studios, right? Yeah. And just being honest, like I was even back then, right? Even the studios that they have bought, we can be subjective or just, who do you think that they bought that can rival Sony Santa Monica?
Nobody.
God of War.
Microsoft doesn't have the talent in their studios to rival anybody. If you look at their top studios, they're basically cover bands of Bungie and Epic Games. Okay, so they don't have the studios to rival Sony. That's not to say they don't have decent studios, because I believe Playground Games is a good studio. We'll have to see what they can do other than a racing game. Fable could still be good. I don't know. I have zero hope in Undead Labs. I have zero hope in Double Fine. I have zero hope in Compulsion Games. I have zero hope in Exile. Those companies right there, you might as well not. Those are Game Pass games that they're going to be making. Ninja Theory could be a dark horse, but the problem with Ninja Theory is they're only something like a 70-man team. They have 30-something making Bleeding Edge, which just is not a good game. Their other whatever team, maybe the A team, who knows, can make something good. But I still think it's just going to be a AA game, some kind of hack and slash single player game. Then you look at the Initiative; they might have a chance to do something nice, but it depends on what it is. But you're so far away from anything. They're just starting or whatever. You're looking at 2024. Obsidian, they just came out with Outer Worlds. Are they going to make Outer Worlds 2? I had no interest in Outer Worlds 1, so I couldn't give a shit less. You're looking at basically another generation of Forza, Gears, Halo, Forza, another State of Decay, and some smaller stuff, and realistically very few surprises that we don't know about. So, again, I've said, and you don't even need the next Xbox to play Xbox games. I'm going to play Halo on my X. I'm not buying a Scarlett at launch. I'm going to play Halo on my X. I'm going to buy a PS5 at launch. And, I just feel like Sony is going to make it. They want people to transition faster than ever from PS4 to PS5. The way you do that is you cut off the forward compatibility and the cross-gen stuff as quickly as possible. So I feel like within a year and a half, only games that are on PS5 exclusives are only going to be available on PS5. Where I feel like Zaire, how the hell is stuff going to work on Scarlett? Well, let's say it's 14 T-flops, and then also have to work on a 1.3 T-flop launch Xbox One. There has to be a cutoff point, and the fact that they aren't having a cutoff point worries me, right? You've got to cut that off. How is it that? How is it?
That was my issue. My when I was raising to you guys back then, And I'm just and like, and I'm not like, because I know some of the guys over there, and not to be messy, right? I talked about it on a few shows, right? If Microsoft's still with this whole quote unquote no gamer left behind, right? And that's
Yeah,
and again, shout out the dealer, right? But for those guys that are still out there talking about hardware ray tracing and that, but you're worried about the wrong shit, right? You're worried about the wrong shit, right? Because even
yeah. It's
if
like it's always the games.
yeah,
Like I
well,
don't
at the end of the day,
understand.
when it comes back to it, right? Because even if cause the
Yeah,
rumor comes in that Sony's going to have the more powerful console, whatever the case may be, right? But you look at the shit that Microsoft been showing. Why would they need all that goddamn power? Yeah, I seen a black
exactly.
man
What do
roach
you need?
frying a roach, and Honey I Shrunk the Kids. You see the shit
Yeah,
that they're making, so why
yeah.
the hell do they need all that power?
Battletoads,
Oh, that's crazy.
Grounded,
Yeah.
Bleeding Edge. Like these games aren't going to need 8K machine or a 4K machine. So to me, it's really irrelevant. Whereas on the PlayStation side, you know that the next God of War is going to take full advantage of that hardware, or the next, whatever Naughty Dog's working on a new IP or whatever. So I always feel like, what you're going to get with Sony. They might not launch with a stellar line. I mean, there's rumors, but it might not be a Horizon Zero Dawn 2 at launch or a Spider-Man 2 at launch, but they're going to show that shit. You know what I mean? Microsoft, on the other hand, what do they really have that's really going to appeal to people? And I also don't like the way, even though I think Game Pass is a good value, I don't like what it does to their first party. Their first party seems to really kind of go that free-to-play route where they're like, oh, we got to make up this money because people are only paying $1 for this, and we got to get people in the microtransactions and paying for, like, Zaire. How the hell are we paying $5 for a kill animation in Gears of War 5 when it was free in every other Gears of War game? Like, that stuff makes no sense to me. Like they were basically, I know it's not exactly pay to win, but the skins for the Terminator ones, the female was such a small body that the hit detection was lower, and you had to pay $20 for that skin. So basically, it is pay to win. You pay $20 for the skin, you get the female character. You can't body your shots with the Nasher. So it's like the way that they really do things is kind of backwards, in my opinion. I don't understand why this $1 trillion company, they're the only first party out there doing microtransactions like this. And now Gears of War 5, which used to be a tentpole franchise, is almost out of the top 30 most played Xbox games. It's not in the top Game Pass games anymore either. It's like they ruin their own stuff. Like, I do not understand it. There was a time, remember earlier in the Generation Z, you were saying Gears was rivaling Halo as their big franchise, and now Gears can't even get 4 million players when they're giving it away for free.
What they just said, technically did sell. So hello. Hold on. Where you at?
We live.
Hold on. You come back, man. I'm in from my knowledge. All right. Look, check this shit out, right? Look, check it out, right? And they ready for a fight, niggas. Right? Was on Django. Listen here, right? To answer your question into this, right?
Yeah.
I'm a Gears guy. Females have always had the smaller hit detection box, right?
Yeah. Even apparently, it's even worse though. So
I'm just being real. Not shout out to the PC guys. It's less bucky to me when I cut off the crossplay with the PC. I mean, I can play Gears. Mouse key, that doesn't really bother me with the fucking mouse keyboard with the controller because it's third person type game. I just don't like sometimes like the glitches. Everybody running around.
Why does Post Up harass me in the chat, man? I've done a podcast with this guy multiple times, and I've kicked his ass in every single podcast we've ever done. Like I've totally like relegated his points to nothing. It's ridiculous because he's saying he's like the $1 for first time subscribers. I'll tell you this: they did this deal where you can top off your gold no matter how long it is. Like mine was till 2022. I paid $1. And I have Xbox Live Ultimate Game Pass until 2022.
Listen, man, they got my black ass because it was $1 for me, right? I told you I'm a man that read little means. Then I go the next month, my shit was back to $15. I ain't had $15. I had to borrow from Peter to pay Paul. Maybe I did it wrong. I don't know what the fuck, man. You know what I mean? Maybe I say quote unquote I did it wrong. But the guy here was my man. Shout out to Rice Eater, right? And hold on, bring this back up. Rice Eater, where we at? He said he left a bill here. He says, "Crap, I'm ready to review it. Knock next gen smooth the fuck out about something. What do you say? Day and date. with Game Pass, right? Hold on, I'm scrolling. I'm trying to get the backdrop, right? P-Rock going to play the next gen Halo on the 2000 OG Xbox. Yeah, Puerto Rock cheap in the bastard. Rice Eater said, Crapgamer, I'm ready for you to break Z legs on his opinion that Sony would do day and date like Microsoft with the money pit Netflix strategy. Here's my thing, bro. Forget what I say, right? And forget what you say is about investors, right? And I keep telling you guys this, what makes money, whether you like it or not. And I'm going to get his opinion. I'm going to go to the slides again from their investors groups and what they're saying, right? You know, at the end of the day. People say, why don't they do day and date now? Because, why? Let me see. Can I show you?
Well, the same reason why Disney Plus, right? A lot of people like to compare stuff to these type of things. Disney Plus, you're not going to go see the next Marvel movie. It's not going to go in Disney Plus day and date. Rise of Skywalker isn't going to go in Disney Plus day and date. Why? Because they want people to spend $1 billion at the movie theater and then double dip and continue to pay for the subscription when it releases on the subscription like 6 months later or whatever. That makes the most sense. If Sony can sell 15 million copies of Last of Us 2 and then a year later put it in PlayStation Now, apparently there's no signal. Now it's back. Yeah. So anyway, like if Sony can get people to spend 15 million or buy 15 million copies at $60 a piece and make all that money, and then also put it in PlayStation Now a year later, they can get the cheaper gamer or the budget gamer at that point, and that makes a lot of sense. They have and this is what I'll say as well. Like for me personally, I felt like lumping a great franchise that at least it used to be like Gears. Apparently, there's no signal.
No, it's I'm trying to get the display.
Oh, okay. So anyway, like putting a great franchise like Gears or Halo in Game Pass, which again the third party offerings have gotten better, you know, since they've opened the pocketbook. I get that, but the first party stuff, you put in Gears next to Crackdown 3 and Recore and State of Decay 2, like that's not really gonna, you know, people are gonna think you get what you pay for, you know. It's like to me anyway.
I go by, I'm gonna say men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, right? Can you guys see my screen? Can you let me know if you can see my screen? What's there, right?
I see a longer term thing.
All right, now here's the thing. Now this is from Sony, right? Now I'm gonna say this to you again, right? Real talk. Now, that's not my opinion. This is coming from Sony, all right? And it doesn't matter because there's still, like, you look at goddamn Madden is in several goddamn services. EA Access, EA Premier is still in the top 10, just that and the other. Another example. Ubisoft, they has their own service now. You still see Rainbow Six in the top 10. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to tell this to you, what was told to me by somebody from EA, because me and Puerto Rock had this same conversation, right? You look at it, you're looking at it as if you go platinum, right? And I'm just going to give you $2 million up front, right? Now, this is from Sony to their investors, right? Because I think a lot of you guys are, well, look at it as from Game Pass being shit in the type of games they had at the beginning, right? Because it doesn't matter. Long as Sony still makes quality games, that counts. But if you look at their generations, and this is according to Sony and how they're going to make their money going forward, not my opinion. The mainstream business model here, right? Next gen is always locked and loaded. For the first PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, they had CD, DVD. For the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4, and of course they do have streaming now, right? You know, now. But it's not a viable source of income for them. For the next generation here, Blu-ray, download, and streaming. But
it doesn't say day and date or anything like that.
I'm about to give it to you right now, good brother. I got you. Trust me, I know. I've been there. I've done it. I know some people that know some people. Right?
I think they've given themselves some leverage not to have to.
That's not the issue. Check it out, right? The reason why they don't do it now, right? Well, they don't do it now, right? Because if you see right here, they can only handle 5 million users. It will break the goddamn service. So I don't know if you remember when it first came out, you'd be in the queue, this, that, and the other, right? Now, even if you listen to the interview from the guy, and the guy that's ahead of Sony now, he's more like a Nadala, software and services type guy, right? Software and services. It's not going to matter. So, let's like this, right? If Spider-Man is still going to sell quadruples, right? Or whatever the hell it's going to sell, right?
Well, I mean, hey, I don't think so.
It will.
But how come Gears didn't sell then?
Sales. I mean, Gears is, bro. Like, I mean, you gotta realize Gears is Gears. That's the case, right?
It didn't sell.
Okay, fine. All right. Does Madden still sell? Is that still in the top 10?
Hey, Madden sells, but it doesn't go into EA Access on console until 9 months later.
But it's on EA Origins Premiere.
Yeah, but that's PC.
All right, and again,
it sells 10 million on consoles every year.
But hear me out though. What I'm saying though, right? Even with check it out. Even with Madden being in, I think Madden 20's in it now. It's still in the goddamn top 10 MPD, right? And listen, check this shit out, right? You have Ubisoft. Am I not mistaken, right? They have their own service, right?
On PC, not console.
Not a problem, right? Yeah. There are far more PCs in the world than consoles, right?
Yeah, but I guess it just depends on the type of game you're after.
But also, I'm just saying, right? And this is, again, I'm saying those people, right? Coming from EA, someone that I know there, right? They make so much money by putting their game in these quote-unquote services, right? Because, again, they talk about a 15, whatever, 10 every month. They got you every month, every goddamn month. Every month, right? Every goddamn month. You're still going to get that. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Trust me. If Spider-Man goes there, it doesn't make a difference. Sony makes more money.
I think it makes a ton of difference.
How about this, Crap? You're always wrong when it goes against me. You're always wrong, Crap. You're always wrong. You're always bet against me. I bet, and I don't care.
Look, we have like Gears was the first game that we really had that is it going to affect, and even Matt Priscatella, I know you know who he is, said, hey, it looks like it's devaluing the bigger AAA titles going in day or date. It might help smaller stuff. Look, if they put Concrete Genie or Medieval in PlayStation Now day and date, sure, that's going to help those games. That's why those little games are helped on Game Pass, right? But the minute you put Gears of War in there and you're even giving that shit away for $1, your sales dropped off. They're nothing.
Let me ask you. Here's the thing, but you're still looking at it from a fanboy side of things, and who
I'm not actually, because I'm not a fanboy of either side, really.
What do you mean by talking about what sells, bro? It's not about that. It's what makes them money.
I understand that, but don't you think selling 15 or 20 million copies of your game is better than? You don't think that's better than having 4 million people play it? Hey, so let me ask you this: you think they made more money off of Gears 5 with Game Pass than they did off of the other Gears games?
You know why?
Sales.
You know why?
Why?
Because I don't know, what, 10 million. That's going to continue to pay $15 a month.
Nobody is going to pay $15 for that shit.
A month for Game Pass?
It's a ripoff.
For Game Pass? I'll pay it.
Yeah, it's a ripoff. Hey, yeah, listen, if that's what you're paying, what are you going to play the next 15 months that are on there from Microsoft?
Bro, I don't even fucking think. Fuck Microsoft. I don't even think about it. It's like me getting Netflix, bro. I don't even fucking think about it.
I do. I canceled my Netflix subscription.
Hey, Crap. I don't even. Listen, it's like this with me. It's like I got Live. I got the Yakuza series going to go in there now. I got
if they have 5 million subscribers, right? That's not making them as much as selling 15 million copies.
Do the math, Crap. Do the math.
Yeah.
You said 5 million.
Yeah, 5 million at a. And then you assume that 3 of those million paid a buck.
No. All right, no, just say 5 million subscribers, right? Because there's only $1 for that first month. You got 5 million. 5 million times 15 a month. All right? Times 12. Are you fucking shitting me? We're talking about $1 billion fucking dollars.
Dude, I would rather sell 20 million copies of my game.
It's $1 billion fucking dollars. What are you talking about?
It is not. That's not $1 billion, man.
Let me tell you. Let's do the math right here, right? Listen, bro. I ain't the sharpest goddamn knife in the drawer. So my ass may be dumb, but I ain't no dumb ass. Check this shit out right here, Crap. We talk, and bro, I'm listen. I had the same exact conversation with Porter Rock, right? And that motherfucker.
And we can also say this, right? If there's even going at 5 million, they're not all paying $15. Even if you want to say they're all paying $10, which is the actual price of Game Pass,
okay, no problem.
That's not going to beat out 20 million people buying a game at $60.
Right, we got to have fun with this, right? Because we're gonna do the breakdown right here, right? Now I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I got some numbers here, right? All right, check this out. So you said I have Game Pass Ultimate, $15. That includes Xbox Live and that includes my Game Pass for $10, right?
Yep. See, I just did $10 times 5 million. It's $50 million.
Okay,
that's not more. That's not more.
Okay, that's that fine one. Okay, 50 million. Okay, 50. So that's $50 million a month, right?
Even if you want to do, let's do 10 million. That's 100 million.
No, crap. Do times 12. 12 months in a year, crap.
12.
It's 12 months in a year.
What I'm saying
that's
is
not $1 billion, crap.
Hey, that's not $1 billion. 50 million times 2 is 100 million.
Again, listen. As I said, I have Game Pass Ultimate. You have to pay for Xbox Live, right? So if
Gears of War probably cost 100 million to make and market.
That's not a problem, right? 15.
Dude, yeah. If they were even making, they didn't even make it back. 15, they didn't even make their money back.
1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million. Right? You said 15. What we say $15? I'm sorry, I did it wrong. We said 15 times.
I said that I wouldn't even do that because it's not. Nobody's paying that.
5 million. All right, so we're going to say 5 million. It's a little more than that. But
sure.
I say 5. Because it's about 10 million users, right? But
I don't know if that's accurate.
It's about 10.
They refused to announce. They refused.
All right, can we give them 7? Can we give them 7?
Sure, give them 7.
All right, so we're going to do 15 times 7 million times 7 million. 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million. Now, I ain't the smartest goddamn knife, and I'm going to hold this up there to the screen. You see that right there?
No, I don't. I don't see anything.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. That's...
It's frozen.
All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 105. That's per month. Now, I said to you, that's 105 million per month times 12. That's over $1 billion fucking dollars. Crap. Are you?
I don't understand where you're getting this $1 billion from. If I just did, I just did $10. I just did $10 times 7 million people. It's
I paid $15 for Game Pass. I mean, Ultimate.
Yeah, but you have to realize that not everybody does that. Why would you not just get the top off your gold and then pay the $1?
It's only $1 for what? It's only $1 for the month.
No. You're missing. That's not true. You can top it off if you have gold till 2023. If you have gold till 2023, you can pay $1 to upgrade, and it tops you off for the entirety of your regular gold.
But it's not, bro. Trust me, I got charged today.
How many, dude? They're giving it away $1 for 3 months now.
That's to lock you in, and after that $3 is going to go up for $15.
Well, yeah.
How about this crap? Check this out. How about you want to say $10 a month? Say $10 a month. We can do $10 a month. Right?
I don't even think people are paying. I think most people have the dollar, and then when that runs out, I think they just don't renew.
Oh my God, crap! Jesus Christ! All right, so let's do your math, right?
Hey, if there were 10 million people paying for this shit, why did Gears 5 only get 3 million players?
Not everybody plays Gears. That's more than that.
Dude, it's the biggest fucking game. So more people. Not everybody plays Gears.
It outsold 4. I went up before it did.
No, hold on. But Phil was so ambiguous with that comment. He's like, it sold better than Gears 4. What, at launch week? He didn't even finish what he was trying to say. Like, we don't know. Say this,
right? And Xbox is dumb.
Gears 4 only sold 2 million, 2.5 million?
But here's the thing, though, crap.
Is he talking about players?
All right, so you say this, right? We got to listen, right? So the game sells for $60, right? Right? $60. 15 goes to the publisher, 7 goes to the thing. So again, that's not $65 in straight profit. So just say Microsoft may get $20 off per copy.
Dude, but let me ask you this: isn't it rumored that Halo Infinite is a $500 million game budget?
Okay, and it would make it back.
How are they going to make that back?
Microtransactions and just they're going to make it, crap. They're going to make it.
And that's ruining their fucking games. Who's going to want to?
I'm not saying what's ruining what. I'm just saying, bro. It's business, bro. This is not coming from me.
I understand because they're looking at Netflix, but Netflix has 140. They have 140 million subscribers.
Let me pay these bills.
You're talking about Game Pass has probably 5 million, and 3 of those million probably only pay $1.
Let me pay these bills right quick. Hold on, again, a little ahead of me. Hold on. One question. I love when the crowd gets into it. You fight, niggas. Sony problem. Crap, break his jaw. He tripping. I'm telling you the truth. Was big.
Listen, I'm not saying that Sony will never do day and date, but Jim Ryan did say that they have IP that are too special to do that, and I agree.
Check it out, right? Continuous revenue is better than a one-time per. I'm telling you, I was talking. Crap. This conversation me and you were having, bro. I was having it with Puerto Rico months ago, right?
I understand that, but
no,
listen.
Let me say this one thing, right?
Go ahead.
So a continuous revenue is better than a one-time purchase. Games sell their most within the first 3 months, and they're down to fucking $20 and $30. They're not.
But if you're giving them away for $1 every time, that affects it an incredible amount. Why if they were doing so well with Game Pass,
yes.
Why did they change from announcing players to announcing something else? And they refused. They flat out refused. They flat out refused to talk about numbers because they're going a year between AAA exclusives.
Check this shit out, right? Now these ain't my words. These are the Lord's words. This is coming from somebody from EA. When we was having the same conversation, they make so much more money. Why do you think again? If it was losing money, do you think Ubisoft would be throwing their hat in the ring?
I think everybody thinks that this is, and that's why they do games as service. But I think everybody sees delusions of grandeur. But it wouldn't be the first time people jumped on a fad or jumped on something and it didn't work out.
I wish I could show something. Well, I showed you off air, right? Crap.
I'll point this out as well, okay? Because I see people bringing up other stuff. Tell me this, Z. If this stuff if the continuous revenue stream is so good, why isn't Rise of Skywalker going to be in Disney Plus day and date? Is it because they want to make that $1 billion?
It is day and date on PC. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the movie.
I don't even
right. Like why is it
the movie, bro? That's you go to the movies for the experience. That's nothing to do with gaming.
No, but I'm saying why won't they put that next Marvel movie day and date on Disney Plus when it releases? Because they want to make that money up front.
You go to the movies for the experience. It has nothing to do with
but they're not going to put it on there because who's going to go to a movie and watch that movie if you can just watch it at home the day it releases?
People go to the movie again, crap, for the experience. Listen, I'll give you an example. Nene goes to the goddamn movies every goddamn Friday. He goes there for the experience to pick up a hot black, nothing's in the black guys. Get him a hot goddamn deal. Let me pay some of these goddamn bills right here. Hold on. Let me pay some of these bills. Right, they're getting ahead of me, right? I'm telling you this, and I was reminding you off air, bro. And I'm the same way that you're saying, bro. I'm telling you, I was having this conversation with P Rock live on air, and I can't. I don't want anyone in trouble. It's not that serious to me. They make so much more money with listen. I get you continuously playing this something beats a one-time play because a game. How long does a game stay for $60 goddamn a month and it's right down at 30? You know what I mean?
I think it depends on the game, but if you look at a game like The Last of Us, which has sold 20 million copies. It doesn't make sense to release that into your into a service day and date. It just really doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm not saying I'm not saying they'll never do it. I'm just saying they've got room to play with that, right? Get people to double dip. Okay. I can almost guarantee you that Phil Spencer's kicking himself.
How about this? Listen, I'm gonna pay these bills, but I'm guaranteed that I know I say my integrity's in question, right?
Phil panicked, man. They had to put those shitty games in day and date.
Phil, they got dog shit games. Not even about the Xbox.
That's why they had to do it.
Not even about the Xbox. Fuck Phil. Xbox is dog shit. But again, you have somebody else coming to it. I will bet any last one of you motherfuckers right here, and it doesn't fucking matter.
So when do you think they're gonna go day and date, dude? At the launch of the PS5?
Yeah, where they make their deal and most probably most likely because it's not gonna matter. Let me pay this bill. You know why? Because long as they continue to make goddamn great games, it doesn't fucking matter. If you want,
a lot of people say Gears is great, but nobody bought it.
I did. I got a goddamn Gears console. I'm a Gears fan. Crap, what the fuck?
I get that, but look, it charted at number 7, the lowest of any Gears of War, and it totally vanished the next month out of the top 20.
Okay, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna say this again, right? It doesn't fucking matter because you know why? You're still looking at it from the NPD, and that doesn't fucking matter when they're making money on the back end. Crap.
How do we know? They had Gears of War. It's safe to say it cost $100 million.
I'm paying $15. All right, what's 15 times 12?
You are paying $15.
That's a lot. I know a lot of money. What's 15 times 12 is? But again,
I don't know. I don't have a calculator in front of me. Hold on.
They got me. I'm logged in. Let me pay these some couple of these bills right here, right? I'm telling you the fucking truth is business. And hold on, me right here, right? Let me pay a couple of these bills right here. Yeah. My man, shout out to my brother, the Ventures. Game Pass revenue was cut between
180 million.
Game Pass revenue is cut